about strike fever. David saying it's intolerable. Emma, what would you say about it?
I just think that strikes affect a lot of working people who are just trying to go about their everyday business. This is a slightly different strike, but the transport strikes last week, the trains one day, then the tubes the next day, then the trains again. That is
and
people...
the buses.
Yeah, buses, everybody else who's trying to do their jobs. Of course, what one is sympathetic to the people who are actually striking. They need better pay conditions and all of that.
You.
No, not as long as it doesn't affect me. It affects all working people who don't have unions, people who don't have secure pensions or even a negotiating tool.
Of the story that you
cleaners trying to get to work, taxi drivers who are sat in traffic all day.
What I'm trying to say is, if you were unionised, you might feel in a better position for your pay and conditions.
How is a cleaner meant to be unionised? How is an independent, a cabbie or an Uber driver meant to be... that they can't do their jobs. It's affecting them. They're on an hourly wage. They can't get to work. But
the people that are striking could actually say that they're actually doing it on behalf of those people too. Because actually what they're drawing to attention is that while fat cats are awarding themselves multi-million-pound bonuses, they cannot afford the increase of
But we all agree with that. But we all agree about the fat cats getting billions of pounds of bonuses.
Agreeing with it and doing something about it is a different thing.
Well, then we all need to come out on strike, and then we end up like the 1970s, and we have a general strike.
Yeah, well, OK, but that's what
a lot of people
doing.
are saying, that the aim of a lot of the unions are a general strike to bring down the government. But the thing is, and I can see this, Chris, represented by people are saying, right, inflation's at 10%. What if everybody asks for 10+%, which is the way it seems to be going? If you grant it to one sector, you've got to grant it to lots of people, but can the country afford that?
Well, can the country afford not to do that? At the moment, what we're saying is that there are a lot of people who, in October, are going to be faced with £5,000 per annum energy bills.
Yeah.
Well, how are they going to... If you're on 30 grand a year, 40 grand, how do you afford that sort of energy bill?
People are literally looking at whether they can heat the bedrooms that their children are in. It's absolutely frightening. I agree with everything Chris says, but it's words, it's empty words. I'm a freelancer. I don't get to demand 5-10% pay rise. I haven't had pay rises for years and years and years.
Emma, it's not empty words. They are actually doing something about it. They're putting their actions where their mouth is.
There's a campaign